Hello, this is Team 3. Our project is called Stock Trading Simulator. My name is Bobby Nguyen. I'm the product owner and developer who works on the customer service of the projects. This is Matt Nguyen. He's a full stack developer focusing on the buying and selling system. This is Nell Lung. He also a full stack developer who specializes in the login and sign in page. This is Sean Shin. He's working on the design of the projects. Our team has developed a revolutionary base web tool called a stock simulator. And this innovative platform, it's combining real-time data to help user gain a comprehensive understanding of the stock market and make informed predictions about its future movement. Our user can create personal account and get access to the provided trading funds, which they can use to test and refine their trading strategies in a safe, secure environment and make better results.
Coming up to our live demo, first we have a login system. Here I can try creating an account, username, that's an example email, and password is 123456. Okay, I'm gonna log in. See, com 23456. Log in. Coming back to our main functionalities, which is trading stocks. Here we have a text box for user to enter the stock symbol. If they don't know any, they can go into this link, which will show them all of the Nasdaq 100 stocks, which is what we're supporting right now. Going back here, for example, if I want to trade an Apple stock, but I entered the wrong symbol, for example, APR, it's gonna show invalid symbol. Okay, so the right one is AAPR. Okay, start trading. Right here, I have a price chart that is going to show the users the history prices. This is going to be a technical analysis indicator, so the user can have a bit more information on what should they do. This is the portfolio information. This is going to show how many stocks does the user have, the value. Okay, so for example, I want to buy 100 stock, click buy. Okay, so now I have 100 shares, but if I just want to sell, for example, I want to sell more than what I own. Let's try to do that. It's going to show an error, which is right. Okay, I'm going to sell everything I own. So now everything goes back to zero. And the market price is real time because we use Y-Finance API to pull it. Next is the recommendation page. Right now we have a chatbot that can support the user. For example, I can ask it, tell me about this website, and it's going to answer it. The user can use this to help them navigate the website and to better understand our concept and our mission. Finally, is the About Us page. It's just a page so the user can know who is responsible for the website they're using. And lastly, the sign out button.
So for my part as a backend developer, I've created routes that will redirect the user to another page when it is clicked on. And one interesting thing that I've been able to learn and implement it into my code, it is a code block over here. And so what this code does is basically it sets up a login page that accepts both GET and POST requests. And once someone submits a login form, the code retrieves their email and password and then tries to authenticate the user by sending a request to Firebase. If the authentication is successful, the user data is stored. And depending on the result, the code either prints the user data and redirects to the main page or redirects back to the login page. And in case of any error, the code also have exception. And yeah, that concludes my portion of the code.
So right here, I have the code for the trading feature of our website. The first one is the API pool. I took the symbol from the previous page that the user entered to get a data from the Y-Finance API. And I also pulled the live market price of that particular stock from the Y-Finance also. And the second part is this. This is the part that is actually responsible for the buying selling of the users. When the user click buy, it's gonna write a line of positive volume into the CSV file. If the user want to sell, it's gonna write a negative volume into the CSV file. A particular tricky part is the API pools. So this part, it seems simple at first, but it took me a while to figure out because open source API changes so much, and I have to dig really deep into the documentation so I can figure out how can I actually call the information that I need.
So I'm working on a customer service chatbot, and there are several core functionalities in this JavaScript file.
One function that I found it very tricky, and the get response function. This function handles user input in the JavaScript chat interface. It retrieves the user text and display it as a message in the chatbot. If no input is provided, it's default as to I love CI103. The function ensures the chatbot is scrolled to the button, and after 1 second of delay, it triggered the get heart functions to generate a response based on the user input. So overall, these functions enable user interactions and is create a conversational experience to the chat interface.
Okay. So today I'm going to be talking about the About page, and I'm just going to quickly run you through how I created this basic doc type and then imported a bunch of frameworks for the different fonts. What I found most interesting was navigation bar that we used. Specifically, that we used the Tailwind CSS and not any other external one. And the fact that we used Apple's color guidelines for their header color palettes, essentially.
Our team coordinate will work through regular communication and collaboration, primarily using the iMessage app. We have weekly meetings to assess progress and plan for the upcoming week. Agile methodologies such as Kanban were employed for efficient organization and prioritization of work. We use VS Code as our IDE for its convenience, and Python serves as a main language. We utilize libraries like Flask, JSON, and SQLite 3 to support website development. To track progress, we utilize two types of measurements, the burndown chart and the happiness index chart. The burndown chart helps track progress, identify delays or issues, predict project completion, and adjust work priorities. It ensures continuous development of the website. The happiness index chart serves as a tool to detect team morale issues and foster open conversation for resolution. It contributed to enhanced team productivity, retention, and a positive and supportive work environment.
One major takeaway that I learned as a team is being constantly giving and receiving feedback from my teammate. This helped fostering my learning and coding experience. As an individual, I learned JavaScript in this term as I never used it before. Also, this programming language is very important in the software industry, and as an engineer, I would use it every day. So JavaScript is something that I would remember forever.
As a team, our main takeaway is that setting realistic goals is crucial for project success. Ensure feasibility, motivation, effective risk management, and enables iterative improvement. Realistic goals provide a solid framework for planning, execution, and the overall achievement of the project itself. For my own takeaway, effective communication and collaboration is of utmost importance because it helps with the project development and at the same time helps me build a stronger relationship with my teammates, which will then facilitate a positive work environment.
I felt like as a team, we learned how to communicate much better through using Agile and Kanban board. We learned how to write effective activity report and task card that can help us develop the project quicker. Personally, I have dig deep into the Flask framework, strengthening my skills. I went from knowing nothing about backend development to having enough knowledge to have secured an internship for this upcoming summer.
As a team, I believe we learned important ideas in linear communication and how collective responsibility is more effective. Also, as an individual, I learned that personal responsibility sometimes creates more like linear workflow and just like at a better pace per se. Although I do feel like the hardest thing that I came across was learning the language and the techniques as I was creating the product. And I'll never forget the collaborative essence of bringing an idea into concrete. So for the future plans of this project, we've decided to leave it as it is in CI 103. Although we had a great time building a website and we're proud of what we've been able to achieve, the project is just getting too big and it's too hard for us to continue developing it. Obviously, maybe later down the road, we might have, when we greatly improve our skills as programmers, we might come back to this because in the end, it's always been a passion project for us. But for now, it's time to acknowledge our limitations and make a tough decision to step away, because we do believe in the importance of recognizing when to prioritize our growth and when to seek assistance from more experienced developers.
We want to thanks everyone for watching our presentation, and thanks the CI department for making this wonderful opportunity available.